and they're coordinated enough and they know how to do stuff with you, then I start standard wraps. You can start wing or wingless. Most of the time I actually start with a wing because I think it's easier for them to get the hang of. It's a bigger thing. It's not going to fall on you. My dogs are all phobic about baby gates falling on them because there's baby gates in my house. And at some point when they're puppies, no matter what I do, a baby gate falls on them. And then they're always phobic about things falling on them. And I don't try very hard to get rid of that because then they never try to knock the baby gates down. So I don't pressurize them into the doors. I just leave them. And my dogs don't touch them because if it falls down, they all run into the bedroom and hide. Training tips. I don't deliberately do it, it just happens. So he's a little worried about this because it reminds him of a baby gate falling on. And I don't even remember him getting hit by one. I don't know. Doesn't bother me. He's not scared of jumps, so it's all good. So, puppies around standards, everybody does this now. I start the super easy way where I just take a dog that's not scared of a wing, and I go, you want the toy? Okay, get it, yay! Super easy, right? That's pretty easy to work through. Teach them to go around it. Ready, go. Ciao. And as soon as they have it, I start moving. Ready, I'm gonna start close. Ready, go. Come on, let's go! I want drive out of the turn. That's my biggest thing that I'm working for all the time on this stuff, is drive around and drive out of the turn. Yep. I tease them a lot, right? I want this part to be exciting. Go. Come on. Away. So as soon as I've got the puppy knows how to go around it, I start to introduce motion. And what I'm trying to do, come here, is get to the point where I'm starting to leave before he's actually going around it. So I'm getting commitment from him, right? That's what I really want. Excuse you. Get your butt in. Come on. Yeah, my heel command is get in, which is short for get your butt in. Obviously not formal obedience around my house. Come on, get in. So my goal is to start moving before he's getting to the jump standard. I want him to learn to stay committed to doing the jump, even as I'm moving away from it. So later on in life, I don't have to worry about, if I cue a jump, I don't have to stand here while he's jumping it. If you do this now, it makes life super easy later on. My dogs pretty much never pull off of jumps. And I've trained enough dogs that I'm pretty sure it's not coincidence. Some dogs are easier than others, though, I will say. Some dogs do not want to go if you are going the other way. So that is something I try to work through quite young. It's pretty easy to work on. I'm also getting a lot of default behavior reinforcement for wrapping towards me, so that I don't later on accidentally get rear crosses a lot when I'm doing all those complicated wrap behaviors later. My dogs almost always will turn towards me if they're not sure. And I think that's how it should be. Your dog shouldn't rear cross randomly just because you're pointing in the direction, hopefully. It does happen, there's definitely there. But if you're consistent, you shouldn't get too much of an issue. And if I have a dog that does have a lot of trouble, I tend to go back to this and reinforce the wrapping a lot. So, moving early, driving out of the corner, I always add the running away as soon as the puppy's got the idea, because we want it to be exciting, and puppies like to chase things. I find that if you have a young puppy that likes toys, and is kind of like on the borderline about maybe it's not going to keep liking toys, get big, long, furry, draggy toys, and snake it on the ground after you while you run away. That drives Shelby's nuts, by the way. Like, that's like a Shelby thing to do. Big, long, snaky toys, and run away and drag it behind you in a big S line. Something that squeaks, maybe. I don't know. I think too many people give up too early on their dogs liking toys. But if you can get them at 8 weeks liking toys, you can keep it, but you have to keep working at it. Most of the time when I'm working with a dog that may or may not like the toys, I don't even